Are you tired of budgeting every peso and still feel like you're getting nowhere? If you're new here, my name is Ador, and in today's video, I'll show you why just budgeting your expenses is not the real path to wealth. I will break down the difference between rich and wealthy, what is the true measure of financial success, and how you track your net worth like the CFO of your own money. You know, rich people, you notice them. They're all over social media, and some of them may be your friends and neighbors too. They own luxury cars, latest designer bags. They live in big houses, talk about their latest travels, and children in private school. This is what I call loud wealth. On the contrary, quite wealthy people, they look very modest, but have active income and investments generating wealth. They can maintain a lifestyle without working, and they focus on long-term financial growth. That's the real game. And you might be making good money today, but does that mean you're wealthy? Are you getting ahead or just stuck in the rat race? You see, a doctor making $500,000 a year but spending $450,000 is rich but not wealthy. A nurse, on the other hand, making $100,000 a year but spending only $50,000 and investing the other half of his income is wealthy. So don't be fooled by the illusion that big houses, expensive cars, designers, and fancy lifestyles are true measure of wealth. Unless, of course, you're Jinky Pacquiao. You see, as an accountant, part of my job is to tell the truth. The truth about the financial position of the company or the clients that I work with. And for us accountants, the true measure of wealth lies in your net worth. And the numbers don't lie. A lot of YouTube contents here in YouTube teach you about personal finance and budgeting, but not net worth. You see, budgeting is when you receive that monthly pay, you split your income into 65, 20, 15, or 20, 30, 50, whatever works for you. And you can do all that. But you see, wealthy people do it differently. What they do is they track their net worth or hire accountants like me to produce their financial statements, which is a true reflection of their net worth. But why net worth is important? Bakit net worth ang tunay na sukatan ng Yaman? Number one, net worth is the true measure of financial health, and the numbers don't lie. Number two is control. You see, we can only control what we have. We cannot control the economy, the prices of goods, or that next salary increase. For wealthy people, only when they're clear on what they have or how much they have that they can do their budget. Maybe budget how much they can allocate for the business, to make more products, hire more people, or increase their capital. And the third reason for tracking net worth is that you can set clear goals on how you grow your wealth. Say you want to grow your net worth from 1 million to 10 million in the next 5 years. Because how can you have a clear goal if you don't know your starting point, right? So what I do is the same. Knowing and tracking my net worth is more important than budgeting because this is one and perhaps the best way to know my starting point. What I can control, make smart decisions about my money for the long term. So today, I'll illustrate how to track your net worth to be in control of your money like a CFO. But first, what is net worth? Net worth is the difference between what you own and what you owe. In accounting terms, what you own are your assets and what you owe are your utang or your liabilities. So first, I will list down what I own, what I have, my assets. You can start this with your cash. You can see this in your bank statements, obviously. Emergency funds saved in your high interest accounts. Real estate. This can be your house or rental properties. You can ask your real estate agent for an estimate on how much your house is worth. Use online tools like fazwas.ph to get an estimate valuation. If you're in the UK, because I do this every month, I use zoopla.co.uk. You can find your property and it will tell you an estimate of how much your home is worth. It's a rough estimate, but it's based on market data. The next one, your retirement account. You will see this in your payslip. If not, you can ask your employer for a pension statement. In the Philippines, you can check your account online via the SSS website. For those who are in the UK, if you have pension account in your past employers, there is a pension finder in gov.uk where you can search by employer or pension provider and ask them to provide you a statement. For easier tracking, you can transfer your previous pensions to your current employer pension. Speak to your current pension provider and they will happily assist you to transfer old pensions to them. Next, investments. Most investment platforms have an app, or you can see statement online if you're using Vanguard, for example. Then, do you own a car? Include that as well. I use motorway.co.uk, enter your registration number, and you can see an estimated resale value of your car. So once you listed everything that you own, the next step is to list what you owe, your liabilities. And these are your credit cards, your personal loans where you receive bank statements. Also include mortgage, car loans, and installment purchases. You receive statements for all of these, or you can see these statements online. I'm using examples here so we can do a simple calculation. Now, once you listed everything that you owe and what you own, you do a total sum of how much you own. Then deduct the total of how much you owe. So that means assets minus liabilities, and voila! That's your net worth. When tracking net worth, you will notice that for most of the population, their net worth comes from their house or your property. But when you start tracking your net worth on a monthly or even just on a quarterly basis, you will be amazed on what you see and the impact on your finances. You see, knowing your numbers well rewires your brain from I'm okay or just thinking or guessing that you're okay to here's exactly where I stand. It engages your prefrontal cortex to face reality. More than anything, it creates awareness and clarity. This awareness reduces anxiety because remember this, the unknown is scarier than the truth. And for some, this exercise can be overwhelming. But once you know your current net worth, the next thing you do is to set a goal. Say by the end of the year, you want to grow your net worth by 10,000. So in this case, from 60,000 to 70,000. You're now starting to build accountability and motivation and hopefully starting to find a joy in investing or look for ways to earn more and start paying off your debts. Now, if your net worth looks like this, what I do is to have an action plan. I will pick one action and focus on that first action, and I won't move to the next one until I completed the first one. So action number 1, pay off your high interest debts. In this net worth example, you've been racking up credit card debts of $5,000. Or maybe this was just a one-off purchase or a bag or a purse that you didn't really need but bought it anyway to impress your friends or because you deserve it. You see, credit cards will charge you interest of 22% or more if you don't pay the full amount. This is similar to overdrafts. They can charge you as high as 15%. So I will prioritize paying this credit card debt and then followed by overdrafts. Now, action number 2, after you paid all your high interest debt, is to build that emergency fund. Why? Because life happens. There could be a family emergency back home that requires your urgent help, or your company might undergo downsizing and you lose your job. So action number 2 is to save for 1 month worth of emergency fund and slowly build that up to 2 months, then 3 months, and 6 months. But 1 month emergency is your second step. Once you have 1 month emergency fund, then you can start action 3. Action 3 is you invest. You see, you cannot save your way to retirement. You need to invest your money. Either you contribute more in your retirement if you are in your 40s or 50s, or open an online investment account, either Pag-ibig Fund, Index Fund, or Stocks and Shares ISA if you're in the UK. It is important to note that you still need 3 to 6 months emergency fund, but I would like you to open that investment account after saving just 1 month of emergency fund because I want you to start building the momentum of investing, and of course, your money starts growing the sooner you start. So after you open that investment account, then you can start building your second month and third month emergency fund. But now let's address the elephant in the room or in this net worth computation. You can see that a big chunk of your net worth is from your car with a resale value of 30,000. So maybe, and just maybe, if you are in this situation, sell that fancy car of yours, use that money to buy a cheaper car, pay off credit cards, personal loans, and voila! You have significantly increased your net worth and you're on your way to achieving your goal. Research shows that car ownership is the #1 reason why middle-class people are stuck. So maybe buy that fancy car once your net worth reaches $1 million. Do you agree? Remember, true wealth is peace, freedom, time, options, and health. And tracking your net worth is your clear path to true wealth. How? Having an emergency fund will give you peace of mind. When you have a growing net worth, you can travel the world. That's freedom. More money means you can spend more time with your family. You'll have more options, means you can afford to quit your job or pursue your passion. And health is wealth when you have less or no anxiety from financial worries. Now it's your turn. When was the last time you tracked your net worth? Are you in control of your money? What is your financial goal this year, next year, and the next 10 years? Start tracking your net worth and let me know in the comments below how it goes. I know a lot of people who are rich, some of them are even accountants, but they don't have any idea, they don't even know their true financial status. If you find this helpful and if you like more content like this, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss brand new videos coming up.